I'm telling you, if you want a one and done 335, this is it at a great price. It's impossible to argue with this. Alright, I'm going to be bold and tell you that if I could only buy one of the brand new 2025 Epiphone Inspired by Gibson Custom Shop guitars, it would be this one right here. This is the 1962 ES-335 reissue. I'm going to tell you all about it in today's demo. It's John here from Play and Trade Guitars, and I love this guitar. You've got to have a semi-hollow guitar, and this 335 checks all the boxes at an incredible price. Of course, I'm going to plug this guitar in and play it. But I'm also going to give you bench specs and the essential things you need to know about this beautiful 335. I'll even compare it to some of the other options, including the 355 in the same lineup and a couple others. If you are buying any new gear, click to buy new gear using my link. You'll get fast free shipping and easy payment plans. You help me make these videos. You'll find that in the description, pinned in the comments, or you can scan this QR code and shop on your smartphone. All right, let's dive into some bench specs. I'll give you an up close look at this beautiful ES-335. It's got the Gibson open book headstock with the Epiphone logo. It's got a rosewood fretboard with mother of pearl inlays. It's got a skinnier neck, and that's a standout feature that makes it different than the 355 with the ebony board, which has a thicker neck. All right, don't you worry, I'll put it back together, but I have the 335. We've got 0.81 inches at the first fret, up to 0.91 inches at the 12th, so actually a slimmer neck. And here you have a set of custom buckers. That's a $500 set of custom buckers, the same they use in the Gibson Custom Shop. We are at 7.8 in bridge, 7.8 in neck. Underneath that sticker there, you can see the long neck tenon. And beyond that, it's just a beautiful cherry. I actually feel like the solid colors in this series are better than the veneer flame tops that you find, for example, on the Les Paul. So at $1149, this is like a third of the price of a gloss 335 from Gibson. Keep that in mind. And it's just a beautiful guitar, 60s cherry I showed you. There's also the vintage burst. Now, a lot of people are going to compare this to the 355 in the same series, which has an ebony board. Now that's beautiful, but the thing to remember between the two, they both have custom bucker pickups. The biggest difference is the neck shape. The 355 is going to have a thicker neck than the 1962 335. And for people that like a thinner neck, you definitely want to go the 335 route in this series. You can also compare it to the 62 Joe Bonamassa, but that's going to have a Maestro Vibrola and burst bucker pickups instead of custom buckers. And there is one exclusive that you can find here, and that is this Shinichi Ubukata ES-355, which has just about everything. It's got 57 humbuckers, it's got the Trini Lopez diamond cut, it's got an ebony board, it's got basically the works. This is a really cool guitar, including a Bigsby at $1199. But the crazy thing about this is the 335 is probably the all-around standout best, and it's at $1149, which is just a crazy good price, and I'm super pumped about that. All right, we talked specs and comparisons. Let's make some noise. I'm gonna plug this in and give you clean tones. We'll dirty it up, and then I'll let it sing behind a meters-inspired track today. Really let that semi-hollow tone shine. All right, on the other side of that, I'll give my raw, honest reaction to playing this guitar. I'll talk to you on the other side. All right, man, what did you think about that? I really enjoyed playing this 335. The semi-hollow tones are just out of this world, especially with these custom bucker humbuckers. That's a $500 set of Gibson Custom buckers. I love that. Aesthetic is perfect on this guitar. It's a good weight. This is at 7.9 pounds, so it's not a boat. It feels great. The only thing I guess from a playability standpoint to keep in mind with a 335 in general is that, you know, it is kind of a bigger guitar. So if you're used to playing like a Telecaster or something smaller, you will notice the size. But what I like about that is I have a tendency when I play a semi-hollow like a 335 to dig into notes and really kind of find the resonance of the singing note and let it just kind of sit there. And this is like a big boat of tone that I just absolutely love. They really nailed this guitar, and of the comparisons I showed you, I've got to tell you that this is my favorite. The slim neck is very comfortable. I personally don't need the Maestro Vibrola that's offered on the Joe Bonamassa version. So let me just say this, if I was only gonna buy one semi-hollow guitar, this will absolutely fit the bill. This will get the job done in every sense of the word. Fantastic guitar. I would definitely recommend buying the new 1962 ES-335 in the Inspired by Gibson Custom line. Remember, if you are buying any new gear, shop to buy new gear using my link or scan this QR code. And also, this Les Paul over my shoulder is going to one of you. Make sure you subscribe so you're in it to win it. But get shopping, tell me what you decide on. I'm telling you, if you want a one and done 335, this is it at a great price. It's impossible to argue with this. Awesome new Inspired by Gibson Custom series. Great job, Epiphone. Talk to you in the comments. It's John for Play and Trade Guitars. Keep playing. See you next time.